Hello, and welcome back to our Scrum Study course on a guide to the Scrum body of knowledge. In this module, we're going to learn about the Form Scrum Team process. The inputs to this process are Product Owner, Scrum Master, and Project Vision Statement. The tools used in this process are Scrum Team Selection, Identified Scrum Team, and Release Prioritization methods. Let's discuss each of them in detail. Scrum Team Selection. The Scrum Team is the core of any Scrum project, and getting the right team members is important for successful delivery of Scrum projects. Scrum team members are generalists and specialists in that they have knowledge of various fields and are experts in at least one. Beyond their subject matter expertise, it is the soft skills of team members that determine the success of self-organizing teams. Ideal members of the Scrum Team are independent, self-motivated, customer-focused, responsible, and collaborative. The team should be able to foster an environment of independent thinking and group decision-making in order to extract the most benefits from the structure. Identified Scrum Team. The Scrum Team, sometimes referred to as the development team, is a group or team of people who are responsible for understanding the business requirements specified by the product owner, estimating user stories, and final creation of the project deliverables. Since Scrum Framework promotes information-based, iterative decision-making over the detailed, upfront planning practice in traditional waterfall-style project management, release planning sessions need not produce a detailed release plan for the entire project. The release plan can be updated continually as relevant information is available. Release Prioritization methods. Release prioritization methods are used to develop a release plan. These methods are industry and organization specific and are usually determined by the organization's senior management. The outputs of the Form Scrum Team process are release planning schedule and length of sprint. Release planning schedule. A release planning schedule is one of the key outputs of the conduct release planning process. A release planning schedule states which deliverables are to be released to the customers, along with planned intervals and dates for release. There may not be a release scheduled at the end of every sprint iteration. At times, a release may be planned after a group of sprint iterations are completed. Length of sprint. Based on the various inputs including business requirements and release planning schedule, the product owner and the Scrum team decide on the length of sprint for the project. Once determined, the length of sprint often remains the same throughout the project. A sprint could be time-boxed from 1 to 6 weeks. However, to get maximum benefits from a Scrum project, it is always recommended to keep the sprint time-boxed to 4 weeks, unless there are projects with very stable requirements where sprints can extend up to 6